Ay, mijo. That's one cold cerveza.
Es muy frío.
Es muy frío in my mouth. Vida Baba.
In and around your mouth.
Mm.
Hey, welcome back to Two Guys, One Bitch.
Oh, two
where
guys.
we like to jizz in our beers. I mean, sip on our beers.
Whew. That is a hard start to the night. Coming in hot. But you know what? We need that kind of spirit because it is the start of week 1 of MLR. But we'll get to that later. Breaking news. MLR starting.
Fucking,
you know, you're sad on Sunday when the Super Bowl ends. You're like, man, football's not for a while. And then you go, fuck football. MLR starting. Suck it, Mahomes.
Gang.
You and your stupid ass brother.
So, I totally forgot the Super Bowl was this weekend. And
can't be as bad as my wife forgetting yesterday was Valentine's and wanting to go out to dinner at the last minute. But yeah, go ahead. Sensitive subject.
We both forgot Valentine's was going on.
So you forgot Super Bowl was Sunday?
Yeah. So Super Bowl Sunday, and then I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm not even gonna watch it. Like, I was like, I'm gonna go for the Chiefs. Obviously, my buddy's a big Chiefs fan, so I was like, all right.
I was rooting for the Eagles.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I watched the first half.
It feels like I haven't watched football in like 2 years, honestly. And then like Super Bowl commercials, they already do all the commercials before the Super Bowl, so then there's like no point in watching the Super Bowl.
I will say the only one though that I really liked that was new was the Blue Moon commercial. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I wanted to go out right there to get it. Did you see that one?
No,
like Bud Light and Miller Lite are fighting in the bar and all this. They're like, Bud Light, Miller Lite, and all that. And then they, the bartender like puts down a Blue Moon. He goes, actually, this is a Blue Moon commercial. And I was like, hell yeah. Like, it's a great commercial, man. It's like, fuck yeah, dude.
It was like when Tide was doing those like 1 second commercials.
Yeah.
Tide.
What was the old school 1 second commercial? You remember they, we had a baby, it's a boy, where they're like calling. Yeah. We had a baby, it's a boy. But yeah, the Blue Moon commercial was legit. I watched the first half, and then I was over at my brother's, and I didn't. Obviously, he was stationed up in Jersey, and his wife's from Jersey, so they're all like, well, he's not. He's a Texans fan, but his wife was Eagles fan, so I was like, well, I guess I'll root for Eagles. But
I was more in the cheer,
huh?
EAGLES Eagles.
Annoying ass fans, but. I mean, it was also mainly for Jalen Hurts. It's from, Channel View. So I was like, I'll root for somebody local.
Oh, that's good.
But it didn't work out very well for him. But I mean, when you have a dog in the hunt, it's not really. I watch it for the commercials.
Yeah.
And again, it's like I just want MLR to start.
You though, like I feel like in the past couple of years, like Super Bowl commercials have gone downhill.
They're definitely not what they used to be. But I think, you know why, though? Woke America.
Maybe it's because how we just consume everything already, like media.
Well, old commercials used to kind of toe the line between, some crazy shit or saying stuff. And now I feel like every major company is so scared to get canceled or have something said. So, like, let's make it. We're trying to make it. It's hard to make anything funny without pushing the limits a little bit. And that's why I was shocked with the Blue Moon commercial. Like, they really didn't push too many limits. But I was like, I didn't see that coming. It was really good.
Just straightforward.
Yeah. It's like, actually, there's a Blue Moon commercial. I was like, hell yeah, Blue Moon beats both those out.
Nobody thought it was going to be a Blue Moon commercial.
No, not at all.
It was the last time you saw a Blue Moon commercial.
It's been a while because usually the commercials are just like the graphic art with the sun, fading and the orange going into the. I mean, when your beer's that good, you don't need much advertisement to me. But
you big fan of Blue Moon over there?
I love Blue Moon, man.
A little wheat beer,
I love it. With the best way to consume it, which is it's difficult, and now with the price of everything, I don't do it. But I used to have a giant
upside down and up your butt.
Yeah, only on days it end in Y. I used to take a frozen glass mug in the freezer and take it out, pour the Blue Moon in there, put some oranges in it. and just like sit there and drink it. But
I think that's probably the best way to consume beer. Period.
well, with the oranges, cut up the. I mean, it's like
Oh, I don't know about the oranges and stuff, but I'm
but
saying
now
like
the
an ice,
price of
like a frozen
everything.
mug.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're at Twin Peaks, where they give you the big giant frozen mug, and your beer comes with a little bit of ice in it, perfectly cold.
Have you seen the schooners when they come out like frozen? It's like the big
Schooner.
ice. It's like a glass chalice looking thing.
No.
It's like that. It fits like a big ass beer in it.
At Twin Peaks?
I don't know if it's at Twin Peaks, but they got
Oh,
them at bars.
I haven't seen that. I just know
I went,
Twin Peaks for the.
I went to this bar in Lake Havasu, and they're serving beers and schooners, and you can order a desert martini, which is a Coors Light in an ice cold schooner with 2 olives in it.
That's fancy white trash.
I was like, hey man, this is good.
That's the fancy
It's when you
trash
want to
people.
French it up a little bit.
The fancy
French your Coors up.
rednecks.
Talking about fancy rednecks, TRU D3.
I love our segues that don't make any sense, but it's like, well, we just need a segue.
TRU, we had some D3 games this last weekend and some D2 games.
Yeah.
And a surprising D1 game, which I didn't think.
I must not have looked at that. No, you got me intrigued. Hold on, let me start out with it. Let me start out with the 1D1 game here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought the Reds were going to win.
No, that was D2.
Oh, was that D2? I thought that was D1. Oh.
No, it was their D2 side. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Fort Worth and Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won that one. My boys up in Fort Worth, JP and Doc J. That's one for me. But I also won in D3 with my picks. Fort Hood over Corpus.
Yeah, I got nothing on that one. Yeah.
No, that was a close one though. 35-26. When
I would say so. And I didn't see. Was that a home game for Fort Hood or Corpus?
Fort Hood's on the left, so I think it was a home game for Fort Hood.
So I think Corpus traveled pretty well with 18 players. So
yeah, dude, Fort Hood's kicker made all 5 conversions.
Yeah, the dude was rocking it.
That's impressive.
His name started with a B, I think.
Bertles.
Bertle
the turtle.
Bertle the turtle kicking convertles.
I'm not sure that's his nickname. It is now. All 5 Harlequins beat San Antonio. We didn't have a dog in the fight in that one. Alliance pulled off the win against the Tribe.
Yep, 29-17. Surprised that Alliance played.
We're going to give you shit all season long, Alliance, just so you're aware.
It's never going to stop. Never going to stop.
I think that's the one, though. They were both bottom of the I say bottom of the barrel, not being derogatory, but that one could have gone either way. 29-17 to me in a D3 match, that's close. When you play for Kingwood, 29-17 is close.
Fair enough.
That's close.
When you compare it like that, okay, yeah.
But that was and then D2, our boys Woodlands.
Yeah, the Woodlands pulled it out.
Yep. Beat West Houston.
Saw some return to some players on that roster for the Woodlands.
James is back.
Shout out James Amendola.
What did he have? Achilles injury or what was it? There was something in the leg area from crotch to ankle. I can't remember what part.
I think it was his hamstring.
What?
I want to say it was his hamstring.
It was good to see him back, regardless.
Yeah,
much needed.
Good to see out there, and they good to see the Woodlands kind of pull it together.
Yeah, they've struggled the past couple games.
So I'm excited to see how they do this next weekend against
whatever they did
Hark.
seem to work. Who are they playing this week?
They're playing Hark this weekend.
Do I have that on here? Yeah, I do. Okay, Hark. Yeah, Hark.
Yeah.
That's one of our picks. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to that whenever we're discussing. And then we had a women's game as well. D2.
Yeah, I was shocked by that one. I guess Sharks lost. Yeah.
Yeah, San Antonio
I'm shocked
Riveters
because last
versus
week they beat
Sharks.
the Valkyries by so much in Austin. So this
Yeah, and
week
I feel like the Valkyries is like a pretty strong. They have a strong women's team.
they've
So
notoriously been strong, kind of like the Blacks' reputation of always having a good side.
yeah,
And so I think going into it, based off that week, it's like, oh, Sharks. But I mean, I guess I don't know much about the Riveters, San Antonio, but that girl you're telling me about, Dedick, with the hat trick,
oh yeah, number
impressive.
10,
Yeah.
and Antea Krodetic.
Yeah, I don't butcher your name, but Dedick, yeah, number
Sorry.
10.
Yeah, good job on the hat trick. Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Player of the two guys, one pitch player of the week.
Dedick,
She's got the hat
player
trick.
of the week.
Oh
She
yeah.
got the hat trick. No, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, 3 tries in one game. I think I've scored 3 tries in 10 years, so I'm jealous. Good job.
Yeah. Very good.
Muy bueno.
I think that covers the recap though.
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be a game. I think Kingo was supposed to play, but they didn't. Was that, or was that the week before?
That was last week. That was the week before.
That's my intentional rehash of being pissed off still.
The wound is still
dropping
open. It's
subtle hints,
festering.
pouring salt in the wound.
Yeah, that was rough. Still hurts. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the upcoming matches that we got coming up.
Sure. Hold on, let me switch over to D3. Here we go. This weekend, 1, 2, 3, 4 D3 matches on the docket. You've got Huns and Reds. Who you taking?
For sake of continuity, I'll go Reds. Oh, I'm going against Billy's whole team.
Oh,
I feel
I'm
like
going
a
Huns.
betrayal.
Just because
Betrayal.
I love their social.
And we had the whole Huns history too on here when Billy was up here.
Damn.
I'm
Billy,
betrayed. I didn't even think
you
about
owe
that.
Javi 1 rabbit tap to the dick.
He tattoo a rabbit on my dick.
Yeah, you text me earlier. You're tattooing rabbits.
Yeah, man.
Like, is that slang for something?
No, it's straight up. I'd straight up tattooing rabbits.
Do you tattoo the ear for identification?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay,
right
so like you do dogs or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad Bailey changed the shit on it though. When we first started off, she's like making these long ass tattoos like AVB01, and I'm like, okay.
No, you need a brand like Yellowstone, like just something simple.
And now she's like, okay, well, I'm just doing a V and a 1. I was like, let's stick with like straight letters and stuff like that. No, let's stay away from like curves.
Roman numeral 3, just
please. Yeah, like let's keep it easy for me.
A dot.
I've gotten pretty good at tattooing though. I think I might try to tattoo myself.
Hook me up. No, I need you to. Can you finish my sleeve?
Yeah, I got you, man.
So I don't have to pay $1,200 each session.
It'd be like those memes where it's like the super fancy horse, and then it's like when you're rushing the project, the last part is just like fucking shit.
When the boss asks you for something quick, yeah. So the last thing I want is my tattoo to be a meme.
Fucking stick figure.
Yeah, I'll let you try it yourself first. Like, you'll get a tattoo me and people see it and be like, oh, did you spend time in prison? Is that a prison tat? No, that's a hobby tat. That's a Pedro tat, and not Pedro in prison.
The Pedro special. What you want, I got you, man.
Like, that's actually a rabbit tattoo?
Just as long as there's no curves in it, we're good.
Yeah. You want a straight tattoo?
Straight line only.
Well, I ain't gay. Of course I want a straight tattoo. All right. Alliance versus Denton. We're not making picks there, but
no.
Alliance is coming off a win, so they got momentum. I think Denton may have been on a bye week.
Yeah.
Another home game for Alliance. Then obviously near and dear to my heart, Bark, Bay Area against Galveston. Now I got some inside scoop here. You know where I'm going.
Spooper scooper.
I got the inside pooper scooper.
All right. So Clay's going Bay Area, and I'm going Galveston.
You are smoking crack. I go Bay Area. Got 23 guys from G-Town going to stomp me down.
I got to take it to you.
You going to go Bay Area or you going Galveston?
I'll go Bay Area for sake of
Okay.
competition. I'll go Bay Area.
Well, I mean, Bay Area does have a better record. However, I think Galveston has a full squad now. I think all their college guys are back.
Oh, is
And
this the famous college guy? Oh, if Galveston had their college guys, it'd be a different story.
hey, that's the
Oh,
truth.
college.
Hey,
We'll
come
see. We'll
at
see
me.
this
I
week.
will stand.
We'll see.
I will stand by that to the end of the season.
We'll see.
I'm curious if Aiden, that rookie young gun, gets man of the match again. If he gets man of the match again, I'm sending him some refined rugger swag.
Yeah,
You heard it here. All right, Aiden, if you're listening to this, here's your motivation. If you get man of the match again, if you get a turkey or a hat trick man of the match, I'm sending you some refined rugger swag and 2 guys 1 pitch stickers.
I'll throw
So
Amigo stickers in there too.
No pressure, but if you're playing this weekend, obviously if you're not playing, then the offer still stands for the next match. Let's see. Arrows versus Kingwood. Who you taking?
Let's put an asterisk on this thing, but for sure, Kingwood.
Why an asterisk?
I'm just going off of Kingwood's previous. Let's put games in quotations
Pattern?
there. Pattern,
Statistics?
I guess. Presentation.
What are you going to use here?
I don't know, man.
Is this your lock of the week? Is Kingwood versus Arrows your lock of the week?
It's just
This is one of the things like when you make fun of your like siblings and you go in hard on them and you're like, it's my sibling, only I can talk this much shit. So This is the only reason like we talk this much shit about Kingwood, but if anybody outside talks shit about Kingwood, we're gonna fight you.
I'm gonna smash my balls in your nose. Smell my sweaty taint. Kugler
and Howard are gonna come for me on Instagram for picking against him, but I mean, obviously, guys, I think you can understand on this one. This is the one for the season.
If it happens,
I can't pick the Arrows. So, as much as I would like to increase my winning percentage closer to yours, I gotta go Kingwood. Yeah,
for sure.
Have to.
I'm gonna try to make it out to that match.
If it happens, I'm gonna go.
If it happens, but yeah, I'm gonna try to make it out to that match.
If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna try to. I'll try to make it to either Galveston and Bay Area. It's kind of far. I don't know what we have Saturday. I gotta talk to the person in charge of my house. If not, I may go to the Hark and Woodlands one. Which leads me to D2.
That'll be in the Woodlands.
Hark and Woodlands. Who you picking? No, I think it's at Hark. Let me check.
No, because that first game that was supposed to happen, remember, and then it got canceled.
Is it rescheduled?
I don't know if this is a reschedule.
Because on here it's like showing Hark as the home team.
Oh, maybe it is a reschedule then.
And I say that only because they're on the left. Typically, on the left is
home.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, man.
Oh, do you go Woodlands with George and James and Bobby, or are you going Hark for Billy Boy, friend of the podcast, first ever guest?
Let's go. I don't want to go against. You're putting me on the spot. All right. I want to see the Woodlands swing this through. Let's see the Woodlands swing this through. Come on.
All right.
I think they got this shit together. Hopefully.
All right, you're going Woodlands.
I'm going Woodlands.
I'm going with Billy Boy. I'm going with Billy Boy.
You sure? You sure about that choice?
I mean, the man's a rugby scholarship. I'm going Billy.
If it was a team of nothing but Billies, they would win.
That would 100%. Be a sight to see.
That'd be one sassy team.
I would go. See, here's the thing. Woodlands didn't play George this past weekend. Is George coming back? I like that.
I don't know.
I like that James is back, but Billy starting the rugby scholarship defines what is a refined rugger, and I have to go that route.
That's very true.
I have to go that route.
Billy is a refined rugger. He
He is
elevates it.
100%
He takes it to the next level.
a hooligan and a gentleman all at the same time. So I'm going hard. I'm supporting my boy Billy. I support James and the crew as well, guys. I love you, but I'm also trying to climb back up in standings because I'm far behind Hoppy.
A gent again. A hula
So,
gent. A hulaman.
Horse is a horse, of course. And then another D2 match. I want to see your pick. San Antonio versus Hurt.
You want to see that pick?
I want to see what you pick.
San Antonio. Look, San Antonio had a good team. Or not good team. I'm just basing off of what I saw.
Well, San Antonio's
previously.
2-1. Hurt's 4-0, but I think San Antonio is, I think, a little bit better than their record. I don't know. I feel like they're going to
San Antonio's traveling?
No, yeah, Hurt's traveling.
You know what?
The only reason I say that is because Huns and Reds are playing, and we picked Reds last week, so I want to switch it up.
Okay. Let's do. I'll throw it down with the Dillas. Sorry, Cody.
I was going to say San Antonio, too.
Let's go both, man. I feel like that's going to be it.
I mean, my boys up in Fort Worth, they're playing the Black, so I didn't want to pick that one. That's going to be as much as I want them to win. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
And then I don't think there's any D1 matches this weekend, but normally.
Did they release? I wish they could like release the rosters earlier for these D3 matches.
No, they don't. Because people don't have to put in their rosters, I think, till Friday night.
Yeah, until Friday. So I would like to see who's playing. I want to see the Galveston Bay Area roster.
Well, I mean, I know Galveston's got a full squad.
Yeah, but like is Kirk running? I don't think. Is Molina still playing for Bay Area, or is he like kind of like not officially retired, but just kind of like playing what he wants to?
He's like me. He's like says he's gonna retire and then plays, and says he's gonna retire and play.
Yeah,
he's doing more. I know he's running the. I don't know because he's running the Merc stuff. I know because he was putting together the thing for Maggot Fest, but I don't know. I know Bay Area always has a full squad, and they're playing at home. They're playing at Bay Area, and it's the Grey Cup, which is Galveston versus Bart, named after Charlie Gray, who was an old Galveston coach. Yeah, he passed away years back, and so they named the match after him. So this is a big rivalry. A big good one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Talking about that mercenary stuff. Any listeners who are
over 35?
35 or older want to get in a tour up to Maggot Fest, reach out to
Jason Molina.
I believe Jason Molina, and I think there was someone else. I can't remember who. But
I mean, you can be. You don't have to be over 35. You're like 33 or 34. I think he said they're making conditions like conditional approval. Yeah. But I think it's in May, right? May.
Yeah. Is it May or April? Let me check.
I don't remember. It's in the group me text. He put it in the over 35 because I'm old.
Yeah, they're doing like a Legends tour, but I don't think it's not like a true Mercs.
May 20th and 21st.
There you go.
So I guess the week before Labor Day. But yeah, get with Jason Molina if you want to play in it, or hit us up if you don't have Jason Molina's info, and I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
it's on my bucket list. I've never been to that one. It's on my bucket list of tournaments is to go to Maggot Fest.
Yeah, I just gotta find some time, and
I've heard so many stories from
little
extra Uncle
cash.
Jimmy about Maggot Fest. So
yeah.
It's like when he used to play for Galveston, it's like it's almost like you have to sit around the campfire for Uncle Jimmy's story time.
Yeah.
You saw he commented on the last video. Uncle Jimmy's story time, like basically what I called it anytime he was about to divulge one of his rugby stories. Like, oh, this is going to be good.
They're always good.
Yeah. It was either going to be a Marine Corps story or a rugby story, and either one was going to be epic.
Solid story. Yeah.
It's never
always.
A dull moment with Jimmy Torres.
Never.
Oh, I love it. Fucking love it. I miss it.
Hell yeah.
Let's roll over. Speaking of crazy stories, yeah, I don't know how to segue that. We're going to Six Nations talk. Wait, crazy story for Six Nations was the Irish gentleman on the try that everybody said he was in touch. Did you see that? His toe was like touching like a blade of grass or.
Yeah, it was like
controversy. I mean, they won by like multiple tries, so I don't know what the. Yeah, you had to get one specific camera angle to like see it, but.
And it's like his toe was like barely.
Yeah, yeah.
He touched the ball.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's.
I was like, did they give it to him? Or did they not give it to him?
I mean, it's so impressive. Like, you might as well just give it to him. But I didn't know. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the match. I just saw the highlights, but.
You see that
Ireland won by multiple tries, so like, why was it even? I mean, they just talking about like as far as momentum changing. Is it?
It happened at like the beginning of It happened like at the 15th or 20th minute. It wasn't like.
They won by 13, so it's. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't. If they had won by like 4, I could see them being pissed off or something. But
because I was putting together fucking guinea pig cage.
I was trying to remember what we did. Oh, we took the boys down to Mardi Gras parade. That was our first Mardi Gras parade.
Oh, nice.
So we missed it.
Titties and beads.
No, it was the daytime parade, so just beads. I mean, there was some, man boobs, but.
Titty. You
take what you can get at a certain age.
Sure.
You know?
Very true. Yeah.
As Rodney White said.
Catalog.
Once you've seen, one set of tits, you want to see them all. Sure. Did you ever see it stand up? He said,
yeah.
He said, you want to see him? Yeah, I do.
You never turn that down.
Roll him back up. Yeah. But Rodney White, right? Rodney White, is that his name?
Ron White.
Ron White. Rodney. I'm thinking. I combine Rodney Carrington and Ron White. Have you ever heard Rodney Carrington?
Yeah, that's the tit song.
Yeah. Dear penis, I don't think I like you anymore. He said, you used to watch me shave. Now all you do is stare at the floor, dear penis. For those of you listening, Rodney Carrington is hilarious.
He's great.
But yeah, Ireland won by 13 points. So, in the end, I don't know. I don't think it made a difference.
I gotta tell you, Sexton, however you say his last name.
Johnny Sexton.
Johnny Sexton still got it. That dude was
still.
He had a good run. Yeah.
Still clutch.
Smashing through dudes. And then there was like a France's 3, I think. Or it was like their hooker or prop. I don't know. Just fucking blindsided this.
High tackle.
It wasn't even a high. Like it was like shoulder.
There's a headline right here that says France's prop cited for high tackle and Ireland's Rob Herring. So I wonder if that's what it was for.
It wasn't even a high. Like the dude
was it a clothesline.
It was like
didn't wrap up. You would call it a.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Let's get it playing. There it is. So it's like
that's a charge. You know what that is? That's a Kindle hit.
And it was like
that's a Kindle hit from Galveston.
And the dude wasn't even looking at him because he had just he was getting the ball. And as soon as his fingers touched the ball, the dude was there, just boom.
Yeah, he didn't even try to go low.
No, he just fucking.
That's Kindle. That's you. If you're listening,
that's a technical fail.
You can't do that. Yeah, I'm going to punish you and take you down to my basement for popsicles.
Got something in my front pocket for you.
Oh, Paperboy got some shorts on.
Oh, yeah. Smack that little fat ass.
Come down to my basement for some popsicles. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
England kills Italy, obviously. Scotland kills Wales, obviously.
So there's some hype I've been hearing, or some like stuff going around. Scotland's 10. I guess that guy's got some. I mean, everybody's like he's like super short,
I feel you, dude. Short kings unite.
but he's like fucking really good. I guess I don't know. I didn't watch him play,
I don't know about the good part. I feel you on the short part, my dude.
but yeah, people are
I
talking
saw
about
some.
him.
Forgive me for not looking more into this. I saw it today and I didn't have time to go back and look. But there was Sonny Bill Williams, famous All Black center for offloading, turned boxer, was showed support for Wales, and there was a post something about Wales and their pay. How these companies they make millions off these guys and not get their fair share. So I need to look into it. Some controversy about how much Wales teams are getting paid or if they're getting shitted on or something, but. Sonny Williams, they made a post about backing up the Wales players. I don't know. I mean, guess for Sonny to come out and say something.
Yeah.
I need to look into it. Something about Wales. I mean, rugby players aren't paid. I don't know about overseas. Rugby players should be paid more, but obviously it's in comparison to what you bring in, versus what you get paid.
I think this goes back to that whole WNBA thing as well. Everybody wants those players to get paid more, but
when you look in the stands and there's 5 people, it's like, who's going to pay you?
Yeah.
Who's paying you?
No one's paying.
No one's coming.
Yeah.
No one's coming to save you. No one's coming. Yeah, this weekend, I mean, pretty much every matchup is. You got Ireland, Italy. We know who's going to win that. France, Scotland, Wales, England. Although my sleeper pick of the Six Nations is this weekend. I chose Wales over England. How likely that is to happen? But my sleeper pick is this weekend.
I'm stoked for it.
So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see if I get it. I'm trying to find this Instagram post about registration numbers for. It wasn't adults, but it was registration of youth for rugby in the U.S. is like up an astronomical amount.
Really?
Not in Kingwood, but yeah, youth.
Kingwood youth, not Kingwood
Jab.
adults.
Jab.
Just go for the low hanging fruit there, huh?
Yep.
That's what my kid was saying. She was at recess today, and she said some of the kids were out there playing rugby.
Hell yeah.
In recess. I was like, what?
As they should.
She goes, yeah. She goes, yeah, one of my friends called it World War II soccer. I was like, fucking what?
What?
World War II soccer.
I've never heard that one.
These kids crack me up.
Yeah. Man, that's funny. Oh, let me briefly hit on this real fast. This past weekend, A&M's rugby team beat North Texas 132-0. And remember 2 weeks ago they beat 141-0. Like, what the hell?
I don't want to point that out. This may be a coincidence, but I don't think so. But I have been drinking my beers out of an A&M koozie, and they have been winning.
Ooh.
Triple digits.
Well, let's drink as many beers as you can because they play those T-Sips up in Orangeland this weekend. Fuck the Longhorns. So hopefully they put a hurting on them. We'll see what happens. But yeah, they play TU this weekend. But fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of fucking guys. Segue
to MLR picks.
Yeah. Segue to MLR. Speaking of guys I'd fuck, that Cam Dolan for Noah Gold sure is hot. And he's the captain for this year.
Oh, get me some captain nuts.
I'm so excited. MLR starting this weekend, kicks off. Well, actually, Friday. I don't say this weekend. Yeah, I guess it's Friday the weekend. Do you consider Friday the weekend?
I would consider Friday the weekend.
Okay.
I would consider Friday afternoon the weekend.
Okay. Well, it starts at 6, so I would say this weekend.
Yeah. Before we get into the MLR picks, why don't we get a shout out from our sponsor? Do you want to talk about them?
No, I've never heard of
Refined
them.
Ruggers?
Yes. This week's MLR picks are brought to you by Refined Ruggers Clothing Company, your supplier for all things refined and ruggers. We have a Billy, who is a refined rugger,
Billy
supports us.
Hoya, biggest tour in Texas.
Yes, that's
Very
right.
refined. Also a rugger.
And speaking of MLR, if you do catch us or me at some of the matches at SaberCats, I do tend to give out some free refined rugger swag. So if you don't want to buy it, you could try to track me down. I am known to bring a couple hats and stickers to the game, so
Hat and a
catch me
sticker
rolling deep. Yep.
for a lick and a picker. I don't know.
Picker.
Like a pick a dingleberry.
Yeah, I don't know, something of that nature. But I'm excited. Fuck Super Bowl. NFL's over. Wham wham.
MLR's back. Let's go.
It's MLR time, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Oh yeah, we got lots of matches this weekend. Two matches on Friday.
Everybody needs to start hyping up MLR. Like to everybody, be like, "Yo, MLR's going on." Talking to all your like coworkers, and then they're like, "Dude, Major League Rugby's up."
Yes, hype it up.
Let's go. Let's get it going.
I printed out the SaberCat schedule at work, put it on my freaking desk. Well, not my desk, but like the cabinet, next to my desk. It's got Christian Dyer's nice, beautiful action picture on there. But yeah, man, I'm so stoked. And I feel like more hype needs to be around it, people.
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah.
It's MLR weekend.
It's a new sport. It's sport opening weekend. Let's go.
Major League Rugby is on TV. Good God.
Yeah. On TV, Rugby Network. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm ready to watch.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay for that shitty Flow Rugby to watch it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of Flow Rugby, we went through subscriptions on my iPhone to see what I was paying for and need to cancel. Sure enough, Flow Rugby. Like, why am I paying for that right now?
Piece of shit.
Cancel that immediately. Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kick off Friday, 6 o'clock. Rugby ATL, Chicago Hounds twin brother versus Toronto Arrows. They're playing in Atlanta, ATL. What? A-Town.
That'd be good. Peace up. A-Town down.
A-Town. I used to jam out to that song. And then an hour later kicks off Noah Gold versus the Free Jack Mihofs.
I know which one I'm watching.
Yeah. Who you got in that one? Gold or Free Jacks?
Gold for sure.
You want to talk about old boy? You want to do it at the end for Gold?
You know what? Let's go ahead and do it now since we're on it.
All right, I'm gonna pick Gold too.
So there's a player who re-signed with NOLA Gold, and he also signed with the American Raptors. His name is Chris Shade.
Yeah, double contracting it up.
So I don't. Is that okay? So I don't know if some of our listeners are familiar with all this stuff, because I'm definitely not. If you do know something about it, please let us know in a comment at the YouTube video or add us or something like that. Send us a message, because that just feels like a breaching contract. Or does one team take precedence over another?
Yeah, I don't get how that works. I mean, is it similar to like a USA, somebody, playing for the USA Eagles and MLR, but this is because Raptors are more of a super rugby league or what have you.
Isn't that like I just view the American Raptors as like a prep team for the Eagles.
Yeah. Well, that's what we hit on that last week, right? That's what they are.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know.
So is it like you play with your MLR team until America's second team calls you up?
Well, when do the Raptors play? Do they play at the same time?
I think they play other academies, don't they?
Fuck if I
Do
know.
they? No, because they played the Chicago Hounds last weekend.
Yeah,
Who the,
scrimmage.
who the
Yeah,
fuck
I
do
don't
the
know how this
American
works. We
Raptors
just,
play?
we just, huh?
Who the fuck do they play?
I don't know. We just saw
Is
this
this
today, so we didn't put much time into it. It just one of the things is like, let's talk about it on the podcast because I don't know. I'll say at least the dude's homegrown. He's from Ohio.
Yeah, he went to he
Well,
played
he played
some club rugby there.
club rugby at Columbus, and then college rugby at Ohio University. So,
I wonder
um,
if X-Line knows him.
well, Ohio University is not University of Ohio, right?
Sure. I don't know, man.
So
It's
much we don't know about this, but it was just
it's
interesting because
Ohio. An
it's the first
enigma.
time we've seen that. I don't know.
Yeah, I've just never heard of like someone signing with two teams at the same time. Like, is that common
Yeah, I don't know.
for some sports, or is it? Do they not cross into each other because they're at
Definitely,
different levels,
definitely
or is it
interesting.
because okay, so I think this kind of goes into that shit that I was talking to you earlier in the week with
Yeah.
that what USA Rugby's pulling with the college rugby.
Ooh, yeah.
So the whole the whole goal of all of like rugby here in America is to feed into the U.S. Eagles, right?
Right.
So does that mean MLR feeds? Well, obviously they pull players from the MLR to play for the U.S. Eagles, right?
Right.
So does that? So the U.S. Eagles playing would take priority over MLR play,
I would imagine.
or is that become
Well, it's. I
like
mean, they kind of do it at separate times because the Eagles 15 they do summer test matches or whatever, and then they like last year they went down during the summer. They played some test matches once MLR just finished. Because remember, after New York had won, some of their
yeah,
guys rolled out the next week, and then
that's
they
right.
do like October, November. So I I thought Raptors played the same time as MLR. So I don't know. I obviously need to do some more digging into it, but it was just shocking because I hadn't seen that before. Not shocking, more just surprising. But
Yeah, I need it. That's something we need to look into
I
a
don't
little
know. In his
more.
picture, the Chris Shade has a thigh tattoo, so I mean that instantly makes him a little bit better than your average rugby player, from what I've gathered in the past.
Thigh tattoos automatically add
Looking
plus
at
five
you, Wade
cents.
Mitchell. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Uh, since we're on Twitter's Nola's Twitter here, they named Cam Dolan captain for the year. Shocker. I would have named
Yeah.
Cam Dolan captain for next 5 years. But
Also,
yeah,
that Mardi Gras jersey.
yeah, I was gonna say this Friday is their Mardi Gras theme game. So they have the tailgate fireworks and more. It says their New Orleans Rugby NOLA Gold Rugby Mardi Gras Festival this Friday. So if there's anywhere to be on an MLR kickoff weekend, it's a NOLA.
That's
That
fucking
party's gonna be fucking hopping.
man. I heard all the home games they have. They do a second line to the stadium.
What?
Yeah,
Jesus.
dude, that'd be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome. I don't know. Anyways, I'm taking NOLA in that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's not a Free Jacks are a damn good team, but it's
I just
Mardi
like
Gras
Nola.
weekend. Yeah,
I like
NOLA's
Nola
going to
Gold
win it.
better.
Then we move on Saturday. You've got a trifecta Saturday, three-way, menage a trois, however you want to call it, starting off with Old Glory DC versus the Chicago Glizzies. What are we
Ooh.
taking?
Between those guys,
Yeah.
I mean, they got beat by the Raptors, so I'm gonna go Old Glory. Now I
So
feel bad because I've been talking about all this shit about Chicago Glizzies. I feel like I should root for them.
I'm like thinking, I mean, they seem like an all-star team. I don't know. Sorry, so you're going Old Glory.
Well, what are the other games going on? I don't want to pick that one.
All right, I avoided this one because we automatically know who I'm gonna pick, so we can skip Old Glory Hounds. You want to go? So the next match that day is San Diego and Utah. Now, clearly, my bias is showing here by this.
I gotta go Utah.
Hell yeah, friend of the podcast, Paul Mullins playing.
Can't go
We
against
wouldn't have
Paul.
it any other way.
No
And I'm
way.
going to tell you, for those listening, if there's one match to watch this weekend, it's San Diego versus Utah. These guys just had a scrimmage this past weekend. They're about to play this Saturday. This one is going to be you talk about
It's gonna
two
be
packs going at each other. This is going to be a good one. This
yeah.
one, I'm going to say right now, is the match to watch for the weekend. Not saying it because I'm biased, but these two teams, these two teams are going to be top at the end of the season. They're going to be on the top of the league.
Yeah.
These two are the teams to watch this year, I think. Obviously going Utah on that one. Then to end the night on the West Coast, you got Seattle versus New York. Don't have a dog in the fight on that one. Don't have a pick. New York's rolling out their ironworkers, new stuff. So maybe that works in their favor. They coming off of they had the win last year. They won the whole thing last year.
Yeah. You think that that win kind of pushed them over the edge for like enough money to kind of like change what they wanted to do with that club?
I don't know because Seattle's won 2 championships if I'm not mistaken, and they were in the playoffs last year. And Seattle's
be a good match to watch.
Always been a good team. So this one's right up there with Utah San Diego as far as I think a close, good matchup. Seattle's always had a phenomenal team. New York's coming off the championship win. They retained most of the guys from last year. I don't know. And then I don't even know why I had this on our picks for Sunday because this is the in-state rivalry, Dallas versus Houston.
Yeah,
obviously,
no doubt.
We're
no
both
doubt
going Houston.
Come on now. H-Town, hold it down. Let's go.
It's a no-brainer. Houston's going to win this. Now, I think a lot of people are counting Dallas out because last year they did not great at all. But I think that's just beginners kind of getting communication, feeling for the team. I mean, it's MLR. I don't think anybody's just a slouch or a walkover. But it's up in Dallas. We'll see. Obviously, I'm going to root for the SaberCats, but that's a Sunday night game. Should be a fun one to watch. I think most are on the Rugby Network or Fox Sports 2.
Yeah, Fox Sports 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Definitely watching that from my couch.
I'm watching all of these bad boys.
Hell yeah.
I'm stoked, man. You have no idea how excited I am. I asked my wife, I said yesterday, as I do every week, what do you have planned for this weekend? And she's like, I don't think we have anything planned. I was like, first weekend that there's no kids' birthday parties or jump house or whatever, no Mardi Gras parade. She goes, no. I go, holy shit, jackpot. She's like, why? I was like, it's MLR opening weekend, bitch. Of course, I did not say that because I wouldn't be on this podcast right now. But I said, oh, that's awesome. I said, I got a lot of rugby to watch this weekend. And then she said, well, you also have a list of chores on the fridge, dickhead. She didn't say that either, but we know what she meant.
Bubble real quick. You always go, God damn it. Come on.
No, I'm subservient. I mean, I do as I'm told. Happy wife. But no, I'm stoked, man. I have nothing planned for this weekend besides traveling and watching a D3 match somewhere. And then the rest of the time, I'm fucking binging MLR matches with better beer than this Modelo Ore shit next to me.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll be drinking Spotted Cow on Sunday. Let's go.
Cow tipping?
Oh, yeah. Might stop by B52, pick up some beer, too, from there. Let's go.
Ooh, or Dirty Leg. Just kidding. We're married. No, I'm excited, man. This is literally... This is as good as Aggie football starting off for me. I mean, this is it.
It's better because it's rugby. And it's not Aggies.
I I mean, the Aggies also played TU this weekend, so literally this weekend couldn't get any better, really.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm stoked. This is it. I'm so happy. I don't even have words for it. No, I'm happy. It's coming, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And I totally forgot about that shit that we talked about earlier this week or over the weekend until recently when I brought it back up.
I brain farted. What was it? Good Lord, my memory is gone.
Yeah, now I'm brain farting on it now. The fucking the USA Rugby putting that
Yeah, there's putting
the
those
thing on the
sanctions or
NCR.
whatever.
Sanctions on NCR.
There's some I don't want to say drama and start shit like it did last weekend, but if you're on Facebook and you're a member of, let me find it before I say the wrong group name here.
The quarantine fuckers who like to chugger.
Yeah. Quarantine. If you're on Facebook, there's a group that you can follow. Quarantine Chuggers for Qualified Ruggers. It's a big rugby group. Anyway, it's a guy on there made a post about the kind of USA college debacle that's going on right now.
Also, didn't realize how many times USA Rugby has gone like bankrupt. Jesus.
Yeah, they're trying to give, I guess, Trump a run for his money, but love you, Trumpy. You just have filed bankruptcy a lot. I'm trying to find the where he writes about it.
That's because he got an easy loan from his dad, $1 million or something like that.
God,
real simple.
What the things I could do with that? Shit, maybe this dude took it down.
So,
let me find. I'm trying to find
he didn't
it to
take it
give
down.
just a.
He didn't take it down. They deleted it.
I don't know, man. This group's pretty ruthless. They leave shit. Ooh, that's a fat dude. Hold on. Okay.
I had to leave it. It just got too. I don't know.
Okay, here it is. So
Too bullshitty.
I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm just going to give the players involved. This was the deal between NCOR National Collegiate Rugby and USA Rugby about sanctioning and fees and referees and kind of screwing each other over between,
Pretty much
US
saying like,
Rugby.
hey, you need to use our program, not this other program that's better and
trying to get their hands in everything for the money. It's what it seems like.
It's fucking greedy. That's what it is.
So a guy wrote a really long write-up on the Quarantine Chuggers Facebook thing.
He put out the fucking tea on that shit.
Yeah, that was a really informative. I'm not going to read it because we'd be here for a while, but it's a really informative, detailed kind of description of the history of what's going on between college rugby and USA Rugby and their bankruptcy, and it comes also on the heels of USA Rugby sending out that long memo they sent about not restructuring, but bringing people in to try to focus on developing the game and blah 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 blah. Same shit you hear all the time, when stuff goes under haywire. But yeah, if you're not on the Quarantine Chuggers, go give them a follow. And then a shout out to, if you're hungry, which I always am, and you love barbecue and you're in the Friendswood area or don't mind driving to Friendswood, oop, shit, just flung that. Go on IG and hit up Preach's Barbecue. He's a fellow rugger, former Galveston, still a Galveston rugby player. I won't say former. But cooks and sells barbecue on the weekends. I haven't had it, but I have heard some reviews, and I've had his food before. It's some good shit. Preaches barbecue spelt out. on Instagram. Hit him up on there, message him. Yeah, Friendswood area, some good stuff. If you're looking for some barbecue, give him a shout out. I'm gonna have to make a trip. I told him, I talked to him today. I said, man, I have to make a trip down there. He said,
oh, that's what it was.
oh,
Yeah. That bar. I'm sorry, I was looking up something for that.
No, you're good.
To go along with that thing. Yeah, dude. Is he have like a brick and mortar, or is he doing it out of like a little smoker on the side of the road?
Says out of his house.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he does it for friends and family, just for parties and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I totally was not paying attention.
Don't need no health inspectors coming down. No, he's a good dude. His name is Preach, obviously, because he's a preacher. But I play with him in Galveston. Him and his wife and his family are the sweetest people on this earth. But yeah, he's cooked for us before and had some of his stuff. But damn good stuff. Preaches barbecue. Good dude. If you want to have some good food and probably one of the best conversations you'll ever have with a human being, Preaches it, man. Him and his church, he does mission trips too, and they go a couple times a year, like over to Ireland for mission trips for the church. And he lived over there for a little while and played rugby over there. But good dude. And his son sings like Texas country and does like the Houston like circuit, doing Texas country. Micah, Micah. You can look. I don't even know what his Instagram is. I'm just plugging him, dude, because they're such good people and awesome. But dude, Micah can sing.
Does he get hooked up with that guy? Who's that guy? Charlie Diggs? Is that his name? Charlie something.
I know Charlie. Charlie's good friends with Tiny, I think. Micah Music. Micah MICAHH .music. But yeah, they do. He does like Texas country stuff with 45 South Music is his group. But anyway, just a little shout out, man, for my people. That's what we do here. Support ruggers and, all that they do.
Support locals.
Support locals. Always support locals.
Your success is our success because we build each other up.
That's right, man. Build me up, buttercup. Fill it up and stuff her butt. Excuse me. What?
USA Rugby should take a fucking note from that. Fucking
Who?
building each other up. USA Rugby, little fuckers.
Oh, man. It's, you know what? It's sad because it reminds me of any major corporation that just has their, it's like the, what is it? I reminded this because we just watched Finding Nemo the other weekend with the boys, but the seagulls is like mine.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you got some money. You got things going right. Mine.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Fucking so NCR puts out the statement saying that they do this tournament, but in order for them to do this tournament for like USA Rugby to like sponsor it or whatever, so they can use refs because they have to use refs from the organization, and the refs get their certs from USA Rugby. So in order for them to do that, players have to get certified with USA Rugby or SIPT or whatever for the weekend, and then on top of that, they have to pay. NCR has to pay like dues. They pay like $10,000 per tournament, and that's to cover like refs and insurance and all that shit. So USA Rugby is like, yo, you guys are making a lot of money, and we're not getting anything back on this.
So you have to use our shit to give us,
It's going to be $60,000 now.
It's basically like the mob coming in and like offering protection for the small business, and like, no, we're good. And it's like, no, we're offering protection for your business.
USA Rugby's like, why isn't anybody playing rugby? And we're trying to grow our team to make our team better. Oh, wait, we have these programs to start, youth programs at lower levels. Nah, we're gonna charge the shit out of them so we can get money for our players. Like, reinvest into the youth. Like, let the NCR run their shit, right? Because what they're doing is they're taking their money and then they're putting it back into college rugby. back into college programs.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of just shoving money up into fucking U.S. rugby.
Which is like an appropriate business model is you make money and you put most of it back into your business, right? For marketing, R&D, whatever you want to do to grow the business to where you get to a point where it's successful. And then that's when you can start, pumping some into salaries or whatever else. But to grow it and to get to a successful point, you have to keep putting it back in. You have to put some back in.
That just blows my mind that they would just do that. Like,
and I mean, it does and it doesn't, but
to charge to go from 10,000 to 60,000, like that's not a small jump. That's a massive jump.
No, that's like Biden's inflation jump.
Like, holy fuck.
I figure they just jumped on the inflation train.
Yeah. And
fuck everything else is quadrupling in price.
Yeah, so NCR they put out a statement earlier this week and they're like, yeah, we're putting on these tournaments and we're still going to run our rugby programs and stuff without the sanction of U.S. Rugby.
Yeah.
Which is just it's how it should be, because like they're pretty much saying like we're going to have our own club and we're going to have fucking blackjack and hookers with it. Like, I don't know.
It's an interesting read if you haven't read it. Go look into it. It's
yeah, what that guy posted. But then, yeah, the NCR statements too. Like, you just see it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're doing the same thing over and over again, and they're just gonna like it's not if, it's when U.S. Rugby's gonna bankrupt.
It's called not learning your lesson. It's the kid that touched the fucking stove and burns himself, or I just watched this. What was the movie I watched? Blended with Adam Sandler this weekend, and they had 10-second Tom. I don't know if it was from that movie, but he's like, "Hi, I'm Tom," and he's like talking. Then 10 seconds later, he's like, "Hi, I'm Tom." It's like USA Rugby's like 10-second Tom. It's "Hi, I'm Tom." They get it, to somewhat a point, and then they go back to, "Hi, I'm Tom." It's like, yeah, man, we know. Like, you're just doing the same thing over again. I don't know. They said they brought in like Todd Cleaver and some other people to try to like revamp and all this. I'm like, dude, you're just putting lipstick on a fucking pig.
They brought in Harvard business people to run USA Rugby. Like, why are you bringing in Harvard people to run? Like, you're trying to run this as a business. It's not a business. It's a fucking.
It's like, are
sport.
You trying to impress me? Like, I don't give two shits what college you went to. I've met people from whatever bumfuck business school that's 10 times smart. It's like, it's not about where you got your business degree. It's about, do you know how to build rugby? Sure, does business play a role in it? Absolutely, right? Yeah. But it's like they used Harvard Business School as a buzzword to try to pacify people to make us feel better. And it's like, no, we see past your bullshit, man. Like, I don't like.
As soon as I read that, I just like rolled my eyes. I was like, "This."
Yeah, it's like a. We know how much I hate buzzwords around here, but
this fucking plane's gonna crash before it even got off the ground. Like, it's just...
yeah. I mean, we brought the smartest people in. How come we couldn't get this plane off the ground? Well, they were so smart, they forgot the most basic thing, to put fuel in the motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
I'm just hoping that along with these bright business minds they brought in, they brought some common sense folk that, I mean, they brought in Todd Cleaver. I mean, I don't know where his allegiance lies, but hopefully he wants to do the right thing. I don't know, man. I got high hopes. I think it's coming off of the disappointment of not making the World Cup, and then this shit comes out. It's like, your track record's not looking great right now.
It's not.
Then you fired the coach. You haven't named a new coach. We don't know what direction. Like, I think people just, I know it's not a quick fix. I'll give USA Rugby the benefit of the doubt there that it's not an overnight fix. It takes time, but it's like you said, are we just doing the same thing you did before?
Yeah.
Are we thinking outside the box? Let's,
like, you would think like they would be like, okay, obviously charging more to collegiate athletes to a collegiate program is not the right answer.
When the cost of everything else is already astronomically higher, then you want to rape them even more in cost.
Like you think, like, okay, so since you want to promote MLR, right? Because you want MLR bigger, because MLR gets bigger, that means your pool for Eagles gets bigger. So you would turn these all-star tournaments and these, the collegiate tournaments, like you can turn them into your like scouting.
Yeah.
For scouts,
Yeah.
Put it on USA Rugby. Added, yeah, you got to make money off it, but you make money off the ticket sales.
Excuse me, Bertie. I'm hoping they got a better plan than what I think is laid out, but
don't make money off the colleges, like.
I don't know. It's fucking fucked since Jump Street. I'm not
sure. It's very exclusive when rugby is supposed to be an inclusive sport for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've always liked about rugby is it is so inclusive,
Like what happens when you have these like small schools that don't have a lot of money for their rugby program, right? Yeah. And then they're like, hey, well, if you want to pay in this tournament, this is a USA college sponsored rugby tournament.
Yeah, you got to pay. Sell it, or start an OnlyFans.
You got to pay $700 to play in this tournament.
You have a lot of rugby clubs starting OnlyFans.
$700, $800 a tournament. Like, what the fuck?
I can't even imagine that. That's fucking crazy. They want that money, boy.
There's a tournament out in Florida I saw because it was called like. It had something to do with
Speaking of Florida, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull something up while you're talking.
And I was like, oh man, that'd be dope to get the Flamingos to go out there and play. That'd be dope. And it's a college. It's a 23 and under tournament, and it's for like high schools, colleges, and then players outside of college, but under 23.
Nice.
So I looked how much it was to enter a side. $800.
God damn.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of Florida, a couple weeks ago, I talked about Ben on the podcast who used to play for Galveston out in Florida. I sent him some swag because he commented, the first one to comment. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah, he found a team out there. Just wanted to give a shout out to the Gainesville Hogs. Said he found a rugby team out there. He said they had him playing like, he said, man, I played 80 minutes of prop. I said, God damn. I said, whoo, that's rough. But yeah, Gainesville Hogs, I would imagine he's in Gainesville or somewhere around Gainesville, Florida. But I sent him some stickers of the podcast and stickers of Fine Ruggers. So try to get some Florida listeners. Although if we do, you can always just skip like the first 20 minutes of the podcast that we talk about. Or if you just want to see what rugby is like and what D3 rugby is like in Texas, you can listen.
Listen. And then pick your teams and go, man, I bet we can play that team.
Yeah.
And then set up fucking come out and play
and then you can just ask Ben to tell you some stories from his days in Galveston. But then you can hang on and Gainesville give a listen since y'all will have a rugby team next year down in Miami, a little bit far from Gainesville. But
come out, set up a trip.
Shit, Atlanta might be closer to Gainesville than Miami.
Come out and play in the Get Shamrock tournament.
Fuck yeah, come to Texas, man.
In April 10th?
Is that going to happen?
I believe it's still in the works.
Did Sarge? I don't know if Sarge confirmed it.
I really got to write these dates down, man. I'm not good at that.
I was gonna say I thought Gainesville was probably closer to Atlanta than Miami, but I think it might be like. Nah, Miami's closer. Okay.
In Miami.
Bienvenidos a Miami. Welcome to Miami. Bienvenidos a Miami. There was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot. Today been a rough day. Gainesville Hogs. Okay, McAlpin. So yeah, he's outside of outside of Gainesville. That's cool though. Glad he found it's always good when you move to find a new rugby home, man. That's like,
yeah.
Because when you move and start over somewhere new, you want something that's consistent. And And I found that it's like one of those things. One of the benefits of rugby is kind of like no matter where you go, when you pick up on a new rugby team, it's kind of like one of those things that feels like home.
Yeah.
It may be a different team, different state, but it's kind of that same dynamic, same fun group of guys, same mindset. It's comforting, man. It's like it's like comfort food.
April 15th is the Get Shamrock tournament. That's the plan for it.
Tax day.
Yeah.
If you haven't done your taxes, just know they got to be turned in before you show up to the tournament.
So come on out, Gainesville Hogs.
Yeah, come on out to Tejas.
Come play some Texas teams.
Come get shamrocked. Although it's odd that we do the Shamrock tournament in April when I thought it was for St. Patrick's Day, which is a month before.
So it originally started as St. Patrick's.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. It was the first tournament outside of COVID.
Yeah.
And then so after the regular season started, because it's during the regular 15 season, and we weren't going to get a lot of players.
That's why. Okay,
playing,
gotcha.
So it got pushed out because it was the middle of the season.
Makes sense. I always wonder that, but it never. That makes complete sense. Then now we know.
Now you know. The more you know. Why?
Volume warning. Volume warning.
Afterwards.
I always say it after the fact. Volume warning after the fact. I'm a little bit behind. I'm a Marine. I can do things backwards.
The backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man.
The backwards man, the backwards man.
Well, I think that's about it.
I think, therefore, I am a dirty pendejo.
Oh. All right, carumba. All right, well, we'll see you cocksuckers either this weekend or next week on the podcast.
Buenos noches, pendejos. Thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Love it.
All right, we'll see you cocksuckers.
Peace.